Hello boys, welcome back to another session of video tutorials, and this session is meant for class 11th biology students, and this is for 13th February 2021. As all of you know that we are into the revision mode and we are revising the entire syllabus in the form of sample papers. Already we have answered sample paper 1 of your batch, and now we are going ahead with sample paper 2. In yesterday's session, I gave you questions of section A, and I told you that in section A, totally there will be 22 marks, and in section A, there will be 1 mark questions, there will be fill in the blanks, there will be assertion and reasoning questions, plus there will be new pattern of question that is called case study questions. So section A consists of varieties of questions. That's how you need to focus on section A. And here we go. Question 1. Amoeba multiplies by mitotic cell division. Is this phenomena growth or reproduction? Explain. Answer. In unicellular organisms like amoeba, growth is synonymous with reproduction and takes place by increase in number of cells by mitosis or mitotic cell division. Question 2. What is the function of simple epithelium? Simple epithelium facilitates diffusion, absorption and secretion. Question 3. What is the shape of plant body of a liverwort? Thalloid, of course, thallus, undifferentiated plant body we said. Thalloid, they do not have stem, leaves. Instead, their main body is flat like a green pancake. Question 4. Which filaments are responsible for muscle contraction? We know two are there, actin and myosin filaments are responsible for muscle contraction. Question 5. What is inflorescence? Of course, inflorescence is the arrangement of flowers on the floral axis. Question 6. Define connective tissue. Connective tissues are made up of matrix with the cells of different types embedded in it. They perform special function of linking and supporting other tissues or organs of the body. Like we said, blood is the best example of a connective tissue. Question 7. State the role of centrioles other than spindle formation. Answer. Centrioles also serve other purposes apart from its role in spindle formation. It performs the basal body of cilia and flagella. They also help in formation of microtubules and the tail of the sperm. So centrioles play very crucial role. Question number 8. Mention the number of protons, that is H plus, that pass through complex 5. Recollect from your memory, we talked about 5 complexes, complex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is in ECT, electron transport chain, or electron transport ETS, electron transport system. So mention the number of protons that pass through complex 5th for the synthesis of 2 molecules of ATP. So the answer is 2 pairs of protons, 2 into 2, 4, pass through complex 5 for the synthesis of 2 molecules of ATP from 2 ADP and 2 inorganic phosphate molecules, because ADP plus I, inorganic phosphate, becomes ATP. Question 9. Which hormone is secreted by corpus luteum? Of course we know progesterone. Question 10. What are the main processes of urine formation? Now, you must not write very lengthy answer for this, because This is almost a 5-mark question, but to test your patience, he has given it as 1-mark question. So, you must write only the headings of that processes. Like urine formation involves 3 main processes: filtration, reabsorption and secretion, because it is 1-mark question. Next, question 11. Question 11 onwards, it is assertion and reasoning. Answer for question number 11 is A. Assertion and reason both are correct statements, and reason is correct explanation for assertion. How is it? Euglena is photosynthetic organism in the presence of sunlight, but when deprived of sunlight, they behave like heterotrophs by predating on other smaller organisms. Two kingdom system of classification categorizes all living organisms into Plantae and Animalia kingdoms and cannot distinguish between the eukaryotes and prokaryotes, unicellular and multicellular organisms, photosynthetic, green algae, and non-photosynthetic organisms. Hence, Euglena cannot be classified on the basis of two kingdom system. And you got a choice for this question, for question number 11, and the answer is B. Assertion and reason both are correct statements, but reason is not correct explanation for assertion. So the explanation is, the cyanobacteria, also referred to as blue-green algae, have chlorophyll similar to green plants and are photosynthetic autotrophs. Some of these organisms can fix atmospheric nitrogen in specialized cells called heterocysts. Example, nostoc and anabina, blue-green algae. Question 12. Assertion and reasoning. Answer is C. Assertion is correct statement, but reason is wrong statement. Explanation. If the cofactor is removed, the enzyme will not be able to do its job and will no longer work as a catalyst. Hence, catalyst activity is affected by cofactor. Question 13 again, A and R. Answer A. Assertion and reason both are correct statements, and reason is correct explanation for assertion. Explanation. Of course, it is within the explanation. Again, the same statement need not be given. Question 14, B. Assertion and reason both are correct statements, but reason is not the correct explanation for assertion. Explanation. Inhalation or inspiration is initiated by the contraction of diaphragm, that special muscle, which increases the volume of chest cavity, thoracic chamber, in the anterior-posterior axis. The contraction of external intercostal muscles lifts up the ribs and the sternum, causing the increase in the volume of thoracic chamber in the dorsoventral axis. That's why reason is not correct explanation for assertion. Now question number 15 and 16. These are new pattern of questions, as I told you. Case study, case based questions. One paragraph will be there about a concept. You have to read carefully. Below that there will be 5 questions. Out of 5, you need to answer only 4. But focus should be on correct reading and focused reading. So question number 15, the first question is, the Golgi cisternae are concentrically arranged near the nucleus with distinct convex cisternae forming phase and concave trans are the maturing phase. Question 2. Golgi apparatus is the important site of formation of glycoproteins and glycolipids. These are fill in the blanks. Question 3. In Golgi apparatus, dash are stacked parallel to each other. In Golgi apparatus, of course, all of us know, cisternae are stacked parallel to each other. Question 4. The plant cell contain many freely distributed subunits of Golgi apparatus called dash. That is, dictyosomes. The plant cells contain many freely distributed subunits of Golgi apparatus called dictyosomes. And fifth one is assertion reasoning. And for that, answer is A. Materials to be packaged in the form of vesicles from endoplasmic reticulum fuse with the cis phase of the Golgi apparatus and move towards a maturing phase. That's why the Golgi apparatus remains in close association with ER, endoplasmic reticulum. Hence, both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Now, another question, question number 16, again case study case. 16, question 1. Pressure contributed by an individual gas is a mixture of gases is called. Pressure contributed by an individual gas in a mixture of gases is called partial pressure. Question 2. Dash are the primary sites of exchange of gases. Of course, we know alveoli, those holes present in the lungs, alveoli. Question 3. The diffusion membrane is made up of dash major layers. Of course, all of us know again it's made up of 3 major layers. Question 4. What are the values of partial pressure of oxygen and partial pressure of carbon dioxide in the body tissues? Of course, we know in the body tissue it is partial pressure of oxygen 104 mmHg, millimeter mercury. Partial pressure of carbon dioxide 40 mmHg. And question 5th is diagram based question. You know that lungs and heart, circulatory system connecting with lungs is given. Based on that, there is a question. 4 statements were there. So the answer is B. The given diagram represents the exchange of gases at alveolus and the body tissues with the blood and transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide. The amount of CO2 that can diffuse through the diffusion membrane per unit difference in partial pressure is much higher compared to that of oxygen. All the factors in our body are favorable for the diffusion of oxygen from alveoli to tissues and that of CO2 from tissues to alveoli. So thanks to the arrangement. The total thickness of diffusion membrane is much less than a millimeter. So